Sometimes you are given a 3D model that has been modeled with 3D Max softwares and stuff like that, and then you are asked to use that file in your project. And also suppose that you are working on a project in Revit software, especially working on the classical facade or some special furnitures that we do not usually model them in Revit since they are very complex, or Revit is not the appropriate tool or software to model them in, that we have chosen to use the 3D Max file. Suppose that here I have provided a sample file here. Let me show you, which is a 3D Max file. Check it out. Right now I want to import it into Revit and then use it. So I got the Max file. As you can see, I copy the file path, then I open the 3D Max software, then from file open, I want to import it here. Great. Then note that if you got no access to 3D Max, you can use Blender, which is provided by free. Anyway, okay. And then in this part, I click on continue, since we don't need to assign the materials. Then in the 3D view, F4 to hide the meshes and the net. Afterwards, I should check the units. In customize units, I set it to per meters, and per meters for metric. Afterwards, from the top view, I select it, I click on move, then I make sure that it is positioned at the origin point. After doing this, I click on G to show the grids. Then I draw a box, and then I want to make sure that if the width and length of the dimensions are matched with the scale or not. That it is not. Watch this, 500 millimeters. I want it at the scale of, 6 centimeters at each, for instance. That the chair must be scaled. Firstly, I have to move the gizmo, effect pivot only, and then scale. Then I make sure that it is placed at the bottom, and then I turn it off. Then I scale it, not 0.1. Check it out. Select, and then I click on move, right click on move, and place it at the 0 coordinates. Then I select them. I want to resize it like this way, graphically. So right now it is the scale is okay. I adjust it. Then I delete the box. So right now the file is accurately resized. Don't forget to back up your file. As we got two types of materials used in this file, let me open this image in render pics. Watch this. We got the wood material, the leather, and as you can see we got two types of materials used. Therefore, if I make the coordinates afterwards, I ungroup it. If it is grouped like this way, I've ungrouped it. And then if they are attached, we have to detach them. So they are detached, and okay. And then let me check their materials. Okay. As you can see, we got the same materials. However, we can attach the elements that they are using the same materials, but I have to detach them. Then after doing this, I select them from File, Export, Selected, and I export it as DWG file type. Let me specify the file path, link cat files 3D Max. I save it inside that folder, or into that folder, save, and then I name it chair. Like this way, I save the file. Okay. And in the continuation, after the exporting process is done, we open AutoCAD, and then I want to open it in AutoCAD to check it out. Look, you must open it. I set it to conceptual, like this way. After that, we got all of them inside a layer, but I want to consider separate layers for them. For instance, I insert a layer, I name it letter L, and then I can choose a brown color for it for the letter layer. I select these two parts, and you can define two layers for them, but don't forget to set these to both to by layer. Great, then I insert another layer, I name it post. Then I choose a lighter color. I select the post or the metal materials and set it to by layer. Another layer for the back or for the under or below part with the same color. However, we can choose a different color for it. And this part, we choose these. After that, I want to purge the items, purge all, and close. And then the redundant layers have been deleted. I delete this layer since I don't need it. However, we got an object in it. Let me see. I turn these layers off. I want to check that layer. It is related to the default one. It does not matter, we can keep it. Then I save it. I type UN to check the units metric meters. Control S. If we get back to Revit, then we can import it directly into the project. Firstly, I want to link the to the cat. I'm sorry, firstly I want to try to import it into the project. 3D Max, the chair file, meters, manual origin, then I import it.